Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 36 of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm Luke, and I'm your dungeon master, and these people are joining me. Introduce yourselves, people.
Hello, I am player 1, and my name is Ben, and I will be playing Winsler Wallaby, the level 5 gnome wizard, along with his cutty little companion, Mr. Wiggles. He's just very glad to be home right now.
Beep. Player 2. What's sizzling good looking? Don't laugh. What's sizzling good looking? It's me, Kharla, and I play your neighborhood level 5 tiefling rogue, Integrity, Addleberry.
Howdy, I'm player 69420, number 3, and I'm Sarah, and I also play Mira Marchand, and she's a level 5 half-elf bard. School's back in session, which probably means exam results. It's not a matter of whether or not she failed, but how badly.
Hello, sups.
Motivational.
69420 Cool Ranch.
Aw, man, that's way cooler.
Hi, my name is Sam, and I play Serinepth, a level 5 human sorceress, and I'm the player who got here a little bit late, so I have, the wonky, third-party game controller that's, sticky for some reason.
It's not plugged in.
That's my entire intro. You're welcome.
Our extra GameCube controller when I was a kid was chewed on. The little C-stick was chewed on, the rubber was chewed off.
Like by a dog
me.
or a child?
No,
Oh
by
my
me.
God.
Yeah.
You are feral.
You don't... Luke, you're not supposed to eat rubber.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students comforted their new friend Lucia after a traumatic romantic encounter. They distracted her for the day and then in the evenings sat through the light sun coming-of-age ceremony for their friend Sylvie.
Meanwhile, I went gardening.
At the dinner following the ceremony, Winsler was invited by the son of the chieftains to join the newly formed Bright Sun clan. He promptly refused. The following day, they enjoyed the city with their friend Sylvie, and then returned in the evening and ended their lovely summer vacation. They returned to school. Wow, I really fucked that one up.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know if I would go so far as to call Lucia
you were
our
right.
friend.
We left our summer vacation.
You know, acquaintance, maybe?
You're friends.
I don't know her well enough.
Don't play so coy.
Who are you?
Fine, she's our bud.
So, you all returned to school Monday evening. Upon returning to school, you had presumably gone to the dining hall to get some food, some chow, before going to bed and doing whatever. Sylvie, Integrity, went immediately to Yexam's office to get a blessing, same god and all that stuff. You got to have specific, rites which you follow. And then Tuesday, you guys can do whatever you want. Is there anything on that list of wanting to do anything? Marks are not posted yet. Marks get posted tomorrow. And then after that, remedial courses start. So this is a free day at school. What would you like to do?
If I understand correctly, Serinepth isn't actually in any, potion brewing classes kind of thing, you know what I mean?
You're in alchemy.
Alchemy,
Or
okay.
you were in alchemy. We'll get to that a bit later for
Alchemy's
going
fun.
into
Oh,
the
no.
next semester.
My old thing is useless now.
You will all be getting new ones soon. Do not worry.
I think she's gonna check in with. I think she's gonna go to the alchemy room. She wants to ask a question about maybe sleeping draughts
What?
or draughts, sleeping draughts or whatever. However you pronounce the last word.
So at this time, so are you just going to the greenhouse, or are you going to your alchemy professor's office?
Well, I'm gonna stop by the greenhouse first to get some grubs for my beautiful, beautiful son.
Okay.
But
the greenhouse
yeah,
Gede will greet you warmly.
I have already introduced him at some point before this.
Yes.
But I'm letting them hang out, and I'm gonna get some snacks for my
Absolutely.
boy.
So following that, you wanted to go to your, I would assume, alchemy professor's classroom or office and ask about sleeping potions.
Is that the proper word, potions? Yes.
Potions, draughts, elixirs,
Yeah, I do that, yeah.
Juices.
sleeping juice.
Did you go see Professor Happel?
Professor Happel.
Professor Happel.
So Professor
I think
Happel.
he's a doctor.
You want some apple juice?
Damn it! A Happel a day keeps the professor away.
Professor Happel. is
Yes.
in the is in his office, which is adjoins is the right word, right? Like is off of, it is adjacent to the typical classroom where you would have alchemy, the alchemy laboratory, which is your typical, if you in your mind's eye envisioned a like a potion brewing room, perchance, with all the little cauldrons and glassware that goes along with that.
Mortar
that
and
is what
pestles.
this room looks like. Mortar and pestles, just hanging racks of different types of ingredients, reagents, cupboards lining the walls, and through a door adjacent to this room, which is open, is a fairly wrinkled old man. He's not too tall, but not too short, and he is sitting behind his desk. He has a very thick pair of glasses on, and they are at the end of his very long, skinny nose, like a large hook nose, but it's very skinny, and they're kind of sliding down you as you stand there. You knock at the door and kind of say his name, and he doesn't seem to pay any attention. And then after probably 30 seconds of waiting, you might do this again, and he will look up at you and say, what can I do for you?
I'm sorry to interrupt your work, Professor. I was hoping to ask you a couple of questions about potions and effects.
By all means. And he gestures towards a very comfy-looking leather seat on the opposite side of his desk.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if there were many types of sleeping potions, or draughts, if you will.
Well, to my knowledge, there are many. For what reason? What's brought you to this line of inquiry, might I ask? Sleeping potions are a slippery slope. Some of them are a bit outlawed, you know.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm not sure how much you heard about our trip to the other plane of existence. To say I've been having trouble getting a well-rested sleep. And I was wondering if there was a not that strong sleeping potion just to help me get through a night or so until I get my sleep cycle back in order.
He will take off his glasses and set them down in his desk. There's a small little dish that is perfectly designed to hold his glasses. Actually, it's like a little cushioned golden dish.
I love
And
this idea.
he will say, well, I can contact the, I could contact some of the more experienced research assistants and have them brew something of the type on my request, and then I could have it here for you to pick up if it is that urgent of a situation. I assume you would not come to me if it was for something trivial.
I don't want to cause any trouble if it's too much something. I completely understand. It's just
He waggles his hand and says, don't worry about it. They need experience brewing more difficult potions anyways. The reagents aren't anything that are too exotic, so it's no cost to us. Don't worry about it. Was that all that you needed, or?
Yes, that was all I really wanted to know about, yes.
Absolutely. I'll send correspondence to you privately whenever the potions finish brewing. It should be tomorrow or the day after, I assume.
Thank you. And she gets up but she kind of just stops and goes, if it's possible to not have word get back to my parents.
He raises his hand and says, absolutely.
Thank
It's
you.
in my name. And then waves at you and puts his glasses back on as you leave. Did anyone else want to do something on Tuesday?
When can I have my golem party?
I think wait, what? What?
Golem party.
You weren't there yet.
Sarah has been trying. Mira has been trying to organize a golem party with asking the head. I guess you would have submitted a formal request to the head of the planning committee.
I'm
we
in the
get
planning
down and
committee, so
funky,
that should be
please?
pretty easy.
Hmm. But to request or to do that, you would be in charge of organizing the event, but you needed to submit like a form of like, this is why we're having it and this is why it's important. Like
To, like,
how when you
administration.
apply for a bursary, it's like, this is why you should give it to me, right?
Right,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
why we should have the party. So you needed to submit that would have needed to submit that, and you would have done that back in the spring, probably like the day after you had met Gene and spoken with him or spoken with them. But you're still waiting on the head of the planning committee, one Bailey Blue, to get back to you on that.
Okay, in that case, I just want to do a little bit of like research in the library, if that's okay, about like
Absolutely.
a spell.
What did you want to check out?
Yeah, so I have a poncho that can cast Speak with Animals. I want to look a little bit more into that spell and see if there's a way to modify it so that I can talk to Kurogami.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Give me investigation check or an arcana check, whichever is better. I don't know if either one would be for you.
I think Arcana...
'Cause they're both intelligence?
Oh no, they're both +2. Okay, well, let's just do Arcana.
Do you
That
have like a
seems-
nature skill?
Nature? Yeah. Oh, I just changed my character sheet around so it's not alphabetical anymore. It's by
okay.
skill. So I'm like, yeah, nature's +1.
So would it be better to do arcana or nature for you?
Be better for me to do Arcana.
Okay, then do
And
arcana.
I feel like thematically, okay. That was a 10. 8 + 2.
You very easily, using the excellent sorting system, can find a lot of books on the subject of animal companionship and speaking with animals and spells along those lines, right? Spells involving animals, there's tons of them. But you feel after probably 2 or 3 hours of research, heavy reading, especially for you.
Can I read?
No, I'm just saying it's like really dense material. Sorry.
That's fair. I
Sorry
read, I just
to
don't study.
insinuate that you can't read. You feel as though it would be a bit over your head.
Mm-hmm.
In like, presumably, if you continue studies here at Wildcliff and took certain courses, it might be spellcraft courses, of course. It might be easier for you to understand the material.
Okay.
Or if you brought it to a professor or an independent researcher or even an up-year student, they might have better success with interpreting what's going on here. But you can check out a small-ish book. It's probably like 200 pages. It's about like 9 inches by 12 inches, a leather-bound book that's kind of got all the requisite information you think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna spend some time looking a little more into that then.
All right.
The book I checked out, and then see if there's.
Absolutely.
I'll probably eventually want to talk to someone about it. Because I don't want to
Absolutely.
wait years. That's lame. I'm gonna get expelled in like a week anyway.
It's senior year. Where is my party?
Did anyone else want to do anything?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Bother some folks?
Okay.
You
First,
got some pink topazes?
well,
Pink topaz, please.
the first thing I want to do is write a letter to the catalog people and
Okay.
see how much their pink topaz.
Crow Mercantile Corporation?
Yes, I just wanted to see
Okay.
how much they
Postage for that will be, since you're sending it very far away, is going to be 2 copper pieces.
were. Okay, I will pay for that.
Okay.
And-
I would hope so.
And
She will pay whatever.
the other thing is I would like to go pay a visit to Ari, the gossip.
Ari.
The gossip toll.
Oh, hell yes.
The gossip.
Give
Yes,
me
so
a-
good we get Ari back. Best
Give me an
NPC.
investigation check.
I
Do
will
you find him
her.
to someone who looked like him?
I will find you. I got a 24.
Okay. With a 24, just wandering, trying to think and put your mind in the footsteps of a golem, you eventually arrive to the second floor of the divination building, the second and top floor. And there is a large door with a plaque outside that reads conference room. The door is closed. You can hear voices on the other side, and you see a very tall golem made of who knows what underneath this cloak, but they're wearing this like similar cloak to what the students wear, but a bit more like midnight sky colored with like some stars on it. And their head is a oblong crystal ball.
Ari should have been invited to the Met Gala this year.
They are sweeping very slowly, and their head is very close to the door, which says conference room, from which you can hear voices muffled. When you walk up the stairs and see them, they will immediately turn to you and walk towards you very quickly, grab your arm, and pull you down the stairs. And then once downstairs, will in a hushed voice say, Hello, are you lost? Are you looking for something? This is the divination building. It is closed today.
No, I was looking for you, Ari.
Oh, you are confusing me with my sibling. I am Toll.
Wait, which one of you likes gossip?
Oh, that is Ari. They are not in this building at the moment. They are far away in probably the zoology department. Who knows?
This golem's
I
a
don't keep track
fucking
of them.
liar.
Okay, well, I wanted to see if you know any place that maybe has a pink topaz.
Oh, no. I don't know anything about anything. I just sweep the floors and clean the windows and get squirrels away from the food stores.
What?
So you said Ari's probably in the zoology building?
Oh, yes, probably very far away from here, the divination building.
Are you 100% sure?
Subtle.
Yes. Not on the exact location, just on the approximate distance.
So you said that there's also noise inside the conference room that is not Toll?
Correct.
Can I peek inside that door that,
Boy is right there.
If you try to go back up the stairs, the golem will block you and say, a very private meeting between divination professors is happening upstairs. Students
Wow,
should
it's like
not
you
be
already did it.
in attendance of such meetings.
Okay. Once he turns around, I would like to do something roguish, please.
It is not turning around. They are just standing at the bottom of the stairs, sweeping a single spot, watching you at this point.
Look, a dog! I point.
You don't know if they look because they just have a crystal ball for a head, and they don't really have a front or back.
Okay, I would like to cast...
Okay.
Oh,
I would like to cast Dancing Lights
Okay.
and confuse, Toll.
Okay.
So I cast it, and I
You
make
cast it. Make...
pink and
I'm
gold
gonna-
spectral lights all around us.
Where? Just around you in general?
Yes, and sort of lead Toll towards somewhere else.
Make a deception check, I guess. This is not how I expected this all to go.
I got
Never
a
is.
14.
You got a 14?
Yes.
It's just
Okay.
those kids from the exam making out again.
Oh
That's
my
what she
God.
sees when she goes in there.
It's like them and like the person who was stealing lab equipment. They're all in the same room.
So,
Crime polycule.
the golem with the crystal bald head will look at you, you feel, piercingly, and will say, Miss Idleberry, please leave the divination building.
But look, there's lights. Do you know what those are?
There, it is magic. I am a golem who works at a magical school. If you need me to escort you somewhere, that is perfectly acceptable. But a very important meeting is happening,
But-
and we both...
Toll, listen.
It leans in very close to you and says, if you leave right now, I will give you one free on the house.
Oh,
Free
fuck.
on the house of what?
It, like, stands straight up and, like, looks around to make sure nothing, like, its head just rotates. It doesn't move its shoulders.
Pink topaz.
The crystal ball just rotates, and it leans back in and says, one free secret. At a later date, if you leave right now, please. It is critical to my well-being that I return to my post upstairs where I am supposed to be.
Okay, well, can you write me a contract to promise me that you will give me that secret? In case you forget.
Done. And you hear like a g-g-g-g-g-g-g noise, and then it reaches underneath its cloak and pulls out a card
What
and
the
hands
fuck?
it to
It's
you.
a printer.
I just
And on
imagined
the
the
note-
fucking receipt printer.
And on the note, it says, the golem Ari owes Integrity Idleberry one free secret.
But you said you were Toll.
That was a lie. Please leave right now.
Ari.
I need to go eavesdrop, please.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
walk
love
away
him so
from
much.
Dude, same.
Okay. So you have successfully received a work order ticket for one free secret.
How do you put it back in to receive the secret?
Presumably there's a,
Just, like,
a
put it
slot
in his
somewhere
mouth.
underneath the cloak.
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Winsler, did you want to get up to anything on this Tuesday?
I want to see if I could find anything that might be able to help me, I don't know, possibly get into contact with, I don't know, extraplanar entities, specifically witches?
That own your soul.
Potentially.
Can you
How
do
do you wanna go about this?
my S tattoo in a different font, please? I don't like Comic Sans. I'm more of a Helvetica guy myself.
My first possible location of where to start probably be to go see what Artist knows.
Okay.
Go poke his brain a bit.
So on Tuesday, Artist would not be in his office, unfortunately.
Where would he be?
There's no posting. So you go down into the basement where his office typically is. You knock on the door. There's no answer. And there's no posting that says if he's supposed to be anywhere.
Okay. I guess I'll just wander the school in hopes that I find who I'm looking for.
Make a serendipity check. No.
Serendipity check.
Wait, when did we
Gosh.
update
A
this?
serendipity check is called a D100.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Roll D100.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I like rolling these. They're fun. Hey, that's an 86.
Holy shit.
Serendipity.
Okay. So it is probably about 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. You've been wandering the entire day. You are very hungry. Your feet are very sore. Your back's kind of sore. Like, it's that thing where you've walked so long that it's hard to stand upright and your eyes are just drooping. You've expended so much energy. You had breakfast and nothing else. You've just been searching.
That's a me every day.
And
Yeah.
out from the enchantment tower, you see an outpouring of 4 people. A tall, olive-skinned, bald woman. A very tall, long, black-haired elf. A short, white-haired gnome. And a red-haired dwarf. And they
Dwarf.
seem to be walking and talking together as they're leaving the enchantment tower. You recognize these as the first-year mentors, in case you didn't pick it up.
Yeah, I kind of picked it up. As soon as you mentioned bald woman, it immediately clicked in my head.
Okay.
I'm just going to yell out and wave to Artist.
So you yell. Do you just yell his name?
Yeah.
The 4 of them and the many other students in this grassy clearing. It is the one with the large pool where you had gone to meet the Council of Administrators. You had descended below this kind of pond area. It is that clearing, the one that Integrity also sat in on a nice spring day and like stuck her feet in the water and stuff. Many people are out here doing that and relaxing on like one of the only days off for the year. And all of these heads, probably like 30 people, turn and look at you.
I'm gonna wave at all of them.
Okay. You get a few waves back, and Artist will approach you and will say, what can I do for you, Wallaby?
I've got a question for you. I don't know if you might be able to help me with what I'm looking for.
Well, let me hear what you're looking for.
Do you happen to know any possible place where I might, I don't know, start looking for some extraplanar entities, specifically a witch that might live in some lake?
He is like, he's quizzically kind of looking at you, and then once you say witch, and he kind of narrows his eyes, and you say who lives in a lake, and he narrows them to the point that it doesn't even look like they're open anymore, and he goes,
can you see? I think
I absolutely can see.
Okay, because it looks
so
like you
Wallaby,
can't really see that well.
Did you by chance speak with the woods witch in Pitter?
No.
Make a deception check.
It's all coming back now, kids.
No.
Make a deception check.
It's a 13.
Okay. He is going to say, after I had explicitly told you not to, you went and spoke with her regardless?
No.
Were the rest of your... He shakes his head and just like puts up a hand as if like he doesn't want to hear it. And he says, was the rest of your party present? Did they know that this had happened?
Now, do you want me?
The other
now, do you want a real
members
answer,
of
or
your
do you
group?
want?
I would love an actual, straightforward, truthful answer from the 4 of you for once.
No.
Make a deception check. with disadvantage.
At least say that we were against the idea. Come on.
To be fair, Artis did not tell us not to go visit Celty. He just said not to make any deals with anything. Winsler
Yeah,
might not
and then-
technically be lying here.
Okay, so I rolled a 5. Well,
Fuck.
you see, we may have visited a witch.
Okay. So, if you wanted to, for no reason at all, pick up your restricted section pass tomorrow from my office, and then go and check out books for no reason whatsoever on Woods Witches, that could be arranged, because that is where the books would be. Winsler Wallaby.
Okay.
And he just stares at you
Well, I think I
with
might.
a not happy face.
I think I might be able to take a look in there because I remember me, Mira, and Integrity. We went to the forbidden section at one point.
Shit.
Of the archives.
Yeah.
I recall you going to the restricted section of the reliquary, but
Are those not the same things?
they are not the same thing.
Well, I wish somebody would have told me that first.
A
Great.
wave of relief washes over his face as he realizes that you did not, in fact, break a very important rule in school.
Just a minor rule.
Just a minor rule that might threaten my life.
It was, yeah.
Whoops.
He says, drop by my office anytime after noon tomorrow, and I will have the restricted section passes for you.
You got it, Chief. Thank you.
Don't call me Chief, please. Have a good day,
How
Wallaby.
about teach? Does that work?
And he walks away.
Well,
I'm not a teacher yet.
Have a good evening then. And I'm gonna
Have a
head
good
back
evening.
inside.
And he heads back to wherever Artis stays.
How did we ever think this man was evil?
So, after this eventful day for the four of you, and presumably your other friends and students, your compatriots, enjoying their relaxing days off, the day does end and you go to bed. And then are not woken the next morning with pots and pans and birds squawking, but naturally at the time which your body deems it appropriate to wake up,
So like
which
2
might
in
be
the
different
afternoon.
depend.
Kidding.
This, but unironically.
And so Mira, you awake. How's 10 sound? Is that late for Mira?
I would say like 9:30 is normal.
9:30. Okay.
Waking up time.
What about
for
the
Mira.
rest of you? What's like typical wake up time? I assume that Serinepth is like a very like I'm gonna wake up on a strict schedule even if it's my days off.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong about that?
She, I feel like growing up, she had a very strict schedule with like tutors and stuff like that and
Mhm.
practices. I feel like right now she's like setting herself up for being ready for classes and like getting enough sleep at night kind of thing.
Okay. So like 9 as well, right? Does
Yeah.
that sound fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Integrity, Winsler.
I feel like Integrity would be like her body wakes up slightly early because
But her brain
like,
doesn't?
she lives
Well, Sylvie wakes up early too, so
Yeah.
she probably wakes
and
you
she
up in the
also
morning
lives
when
in
she's
like a
getting ready.
trade town, so I'm guessing like it's bustling early in the
Hustle
morning.
and bustle early in the morning. Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe like
And Winsler's a
6:30.
farm boy.
Yes.
So is he still ingrained
5:30.
after like
Farm
5:30 in the
boy,
morning,
yeah!
wake up. Okay.
Yeah.
So Winsler, you wake up and Kurt is not in your room, which is no surprise. It is a giant mess,
thank God.
which is also no surprise. Integrity, you wake up and Sylvie is gone to pray for the morning. Serinepth, you wake up and look out upon your beautiful dorm room with all of its lush furnishings. And Mira, you wake up at what seems like a relatively late hour, and Alina is still super asleep in her bed, snoring very loudly.
Yep.
Underneath all of your doors is a normal envelope. One is addressed to you, and for 3 of you, one is addressed to your roommate. In addition to that is a bright yellow envelope, which is addressed to each one of you.
Okay.
Which letter would you like to read first?
The
So wait, I
important
got
one.
2 letters.
You
saying
got
that-
2, everyone else got... Well, everyone has 2 letters.
Well, I'm not gonna go read my roommate's letter. That's rude.
Of course you're not going to read your letter.
So I'm just
but
gonna
you
like
get one as well.
I'm gonna read the yellow one, the big one, the important one.
Sorry.
I'm gonna open the small one first.
There is a regular envelope for both you and your roommate, and then there is a yellow one for you.
So each one of us has
I want to
two.
read the regular one first.
I want to read the regular one first.
If it's for
Okay.
both of us, the regular one.
I want to read the
I thought it
yellow
was
one.
like both me and my roommate each got separate letters, and then there was one special one for us.
Yeah, Kurt's not with me, so I'm going to
So-
read the yellow one.
Well, you'll have to wait, Winsler/Benjamin.
Yeah, I know.
So, the regular envelope, which is addressed to you in your full name, reads,
Oh, no.
Dear, insert your name here, insert your last name. So, Dear Cinderman, Dear Miss Cinderman, Dear Miss Idleberry, Dear Miss Marchand, Dear Mr. Wallaby. We are writing to inform you that marks have officially been posted on the bulletin near the entrance to the Great Hall.
Oh, no.
We ask that students do not
Yes.
touch the bulletin, as tampering has occurred in the past.
Oh.
Your year advisor, Mr. Felbin, will be waiting in his office to distribute awards and course registration packets, as well as to speak to any students who are required to take remedial classes between Thursday the 19th of summer and Sunday the 22nd of summer.
Mira dies
Mr.
a little inside.
Mr. Felbin is located at room 05 in the zoology department basement, adjacent to the menagerie. Arrive with your assigned group members and plan for groups to arrive throughout the day so as not to bother Mr. Felbin. Sincerely, the administration.
Floodman?
Felbin.
Felbin?
Felbin.
Ben.
Felben.
So close.
Felben.
Damn it.
Ben Fell.
And now, Winsler,
Is he okay?
you...
No, help, I fell.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Help.
And so, Winsler, you crack the wonderful seal. So this envelope, it's a smaller, much smaller, like not regular post-size envelope.
What
It's
is this, an
probably
envelope for ants?
slightly bigger than a business card. And on the reverse side, it is sealed with wax, which is bright silver, and it is pressed with a big R, a very nice R. And opening it, it reads, and all of you, the rest of you have this letter as well. As an extension of gratitude on the behalf of Miss Delnis Rathrin, her father, Master Elric Rathrin, wishes to invite you to the 21st celebration of her birth. Dinner will begin at 5 p.m. Oh my gosh. Dinner will begin at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
This is beautiful.
Dinner will begin at 5 p.m. on the 22nd day of summer and will progress into the evening. Please return this invitation to any animate golem on campus with a large Y or N on the envelope to accept or refuse. Please wear yellow and silver. The Rathrin family.
Is this the same thing as like where she was telling us that her dad just likes to invite people over for dinner, but it's kind of very awkward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
he actually said it was for her birthday. I was surprised. I thought it was just going to be some like, here's an invitation to dinner for literally no reason.
So you all receive these letters and can meet up. So please deposit with your nearest golem to RSVP. So is everyone going to go?
Obviously.
What's the YN situation here?
And
Why?
Why?
Because.
I hate
What about you,
this so
Integrity?
much.
Sure, I like to party.
Okay, so
There you
3
go.
Ys, 1 N. You can deposit those with the golem.
Wait, you
Do
said-
y'all want to meet up?
You said meet animate golems? There's
Any animate golem.
There's inanimate ones?
Oh,
Well,
shit.
you saw, just like a functional golem, yeah. Don't hand it to like a statue.
Oh,
Why
that
not?
makes sense.
Let's go down to the
Yeah.
sunken
Wait.
hatch and let like the statues know that we're going to go to this party.
Hey, you
I
want
was
this invitation?
That statue I went to for my like enchantment class where I took like the orb from its
The
hand.
orb-
I
the
just
big
put the
ball.
paper there. And like, thank you for taking care of
Here
this
you go.
for me. And
I'll
walk
be there.
off.
So do you guys want to go to the Great Hall, the dining hall, and check out your grades?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Please.
What time is it?
Let's
is-
go.
At this point, like, you don't get the letters that probably don't arrive, Winsler, until like 8
Okay.
o'clock.
So there's still some time. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
So, and
I
then
wanna learn how
today
smart
would
I am.
be Wednesday the 18th. So you all want to go check it out?
Yes.
I just want you to know I just got legit nervous in real life there for a second.
It's
I
like
still
when
have
we started
nightmares
the
about
exams
missing
and Ben was
graduation.
like,
It's horrible.
I'm anxious now.
If Mira doesn't go, we're all
Literally,
gonna
yeah.
carry her.
No, I'm going.
Oh my god.
But
Real
like,
grades.
yikes.
So you all arrive at a reasonable hour and meet up together in front of the dining hall. There is a lot of students here. There is a very small bulletin board with 16, that's not the right number, with 8 pieces of paper pinned to it. There is a odd-looking stone golem. Typically, the Jeeds have very straight edges of the stone, and they look very inhuman. Like, they have very distinct arms and legs, but like they don't look like a person. This one resembles almost like a mannequin, but they are also made of stone, and they have a very distinguished face but no mouth. And they have a bright yellow like circular piece of metal on their foreheads. And they're just standing next to the bulletin.
I have no
And
mouth,
people
but
are-
I must distribute grades.
Meowth, that's right.
And so people are just checking grades. Forcing your way through this crowd or slowly waiting, you see that Serinepth, you are second in class
Who's first?
with
Oh, shit.
a 98.28.
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
Dude.
Winsler,
Wait, but who has a
you
better
are-
grade?
Winsler, you
Winsler?
are third in class with a 97.82.
Yeet.
It's Mr. Wiggles.
Integrity, you are 8th with a
Whoa.
79.63.
That's still not bad.
8th out of
Steve's
how
good
many
degrees?
of us?
16.
That's still not
You're
bad.
like halfway. That's
I'll be
good.
butthurt.
Mira, you are 11th
Oh.
with a 61.31.
Oh.
That could have been worse.
That means she still passed, right?
What? I don't know. What is the passing
It-
floor?
It doesn't say on there.
Cool.
Oh shit. We all
Uh-oh.
failed.
Okay, but I want to know what the other grades are. Like
Do you
who's
want me to just go
first?
through the
First.
list?
Murandine.
First is Kurt Orlane
Okay, that's
with
Really?
a
Oh, can I
98.37.
see what Sylvie got?
Sylvie is 13th
Aw.
with a 61.12.
Oh no.
Who was last?
No.
Who was
Last is Ganal Firahel with a 57.28.
Oh
Serves
my
him
god. Gnall.
Honestly, see,
Okay.
Lucia can do way better. She could do
hell
like
yeah.
Kurt Orlane better.
Lucia's in 12th with 61.27. Oh
Ouch.
no,
That's
sorry,
Murandine.
I think I got that wrong. You, Mira, got 61.31, and then Lucia got 61.27. I think I said her grade instead of yours.
Oh, okay. Cool. I did better than
Murandine
I thought.
Has an 87.02
Little
and is in
bitch.
6th.
Oh,
Bitch.
Wow.
I feel smart. I'm
So
happy.
the top 5 in order are Kurt, Serinepth, Winsler, Veldon, and Alina.
Oh, yay, Alina.
Nice. What did Philip
So-
get?
Philip got he's in 10th with 67.41.
Did anyone-
Philip?
I have a question. Did anyone? Did
I'm
any,
so proud.
Did any? Did
Did
anyone?
anyone?
Yeah. Did anyone get a 69?
No.
We aren't children.
Are you sure?
Mira,
What
Mira's,
kind of question
Mira's
is that?
Mira's
Did
priorities.
anyone get 69 420? Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, someone named
Did
Sarah.
anyone?
Did you want to check out any of the other years' marks?
Do I know anyone in the other years?
Not.
Oh yeah, how did the
you know-
twins do?
Oh yeah, how did the twins do?
Karina got 7th with an 81, and Angelica got 15th with a 54.
Holy
oh
shit.
Oof.
What did Mira's boo get?
Do you mean Delness by chance?
Yes.
Cough, cough, maybe.
So you scooch over like
Oh shit,
little-
the third year
a few
marks are there
feet.
too?
to look at. Yeah, everyone's
How did she do?
posted. To look at the third year, it's just like at the top of the page it says what year, and then it's just a list with the grades next to it, and it's just last names. So for the third years,
Wait, if it was just last names, how do we know which twin got what?
because it says Lindemann C and Lindemann A.
Oh,
Fine. So for third years, in first place, Wraithrin, 99.76. Second is Blue, 99.20. 3 is Purebone, 99.19. Fourth is Royal, 98.80. Fifth is Martin's, 98.67. And going down that list to the very bottom, the lowest mark at 16th place for the third years is Antel with 96.15.
What?
Which is still
What show off?
which would still
Cool.
place them in the top 6 of the first years, right? So
so we're just like dumbasses? Is that
it's
it?
just the first semester, you know? You got to get used to
Yeah, we're
this
still
kind of
getting
life.
used to the life in school, you know?
Do the profs get grades?
That's it.
The profs do not have grades.
Wait, my
yeah,
pop,
but it already
did they get a hot pepper?
Gosh.
Can we rate our professors?
I mean, you can set that up to do whatever you'd like to do. Like, if you want to set up an underground rate my prof.
Underground, right?
I'm setting this up.
With Ari.
So
Ari's the
going
only one
in
on the list.
and discussing, or sitting at the table, which all the first years always sit at. There is some dismay from folks such as Sylvie and Lucia and Ganal, who 3 quarters did, or I guess four quarters of the entirety got less than 70%, which is probably not a great feeling. Definitely the lowest scoring group for the
It's a
bunch of
first
them.
Can you
University
imagine,
time.
like, completing your coming of age ceremony only to come back and be distraught at the fact that you've gotten, like, bottom
You got
16th?
13th.
Welcome to adulthood.
Holy shit.
Yay.
So the general question, I guess, next is your letter that you received from the administration said to make your way to Mr. Felbin's office at some point in the day. And how do you want to approach that? It said not to swamp him all at once
I'd like to
and to
walk.
come with your groups. So what position are you guys going to go? Like, are you first, second, third, fourth? Any preferences? Winsler, you had instructions to go after noon and get your restricted section pass, but that was any time in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would probably go second.
if no one's volunteering, I'll go first.
Well, you're all going at the same time.
Oh.
We can all just
Cool.
Second's fine.
go second, and if he doesn't want to get swamped, we can all just like sit on each other's like shoulders, so we'll all walk in together.
Everybody stack on top of each other.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's the weirdest fucking pyramid we'd ever seen.
So I think the Alina, Kurt, Arier, Angelica team is going to go first. You guys can all absolutely go second in just the afternoon. And you can make your way slowly, peacefully to the zoology department. It is a small circular building it's very like there is not a lot to it above the ground. Like, it is literally just like the entryway, like the room where you walk in. There's a few waiting benches. There's like a secretary desk where there is no one, and it doesn't look like there's been anyone for a very long time. And then a very small staircase going down into the rock, which you go down. Winsler, you're familiar with this, seeing as you've taken zoology, and that is in the basement. In the menagerie, which is like the room where they keep all the beasts and stuff.
Musty.
But the rest of you have probably never been in this building. The only time you've ever seen it is that time it caught on fire during your exam.
Oh yeah, this place was ablaze.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
How
weird.
is how's the fallout for that?
A lot of
Like,
weird
does
shit
Does
happened.
it seem scorched?
It seems to be cleaned at this point, but going downstairs, it is like a small ovular hallway that you descend into. Like, you guys are at one of the long ends of, like, the staircase goes down into one of the long ends of the hallway, and then you can see there's another staircase at the other end of this oval hallway, and then on the left there is a large iron gate that is shut that you can hear lots of like growls and barks and noises coming from. The menagerie. Winsler, you know this is that room. And then all along the curved wall is office space, and so it is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Offices 1 through 3 are burnt completely.
Oh.
Office number 4
Okay.
is partially burnt, but you can still make out that it reads 04 Dessa Truebeard, which is one of the other mentors.
I don't
And
feel safe in
05,
this building.
05 reads, there's a very nice plaque on it. It's completely pristine, was not touched. Looks like it's been cleaned beautifully, no smoke damage, anything. And there's a plaque which reads 05 Yexum Felbin.
Oh.
And there's a small bench outside of his office if you wanted to wait, but the door is partially open if you just wanted to knock and go in.
Yes,
Who?
we would like to knock and walk in.
It's at this point I'm realizing that I'm about to do 2 old man voices in the same episode.
Yes.
And I'm contemplating why the heck I did that. Old people can exist.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just because
Lord
they
of the
sound the
Rings
same
taught us
doesn't,
this.
just because they sound the same doesn't mean they're the same character, right?
Exactly.
Yexum sounds
Just
really
just
old,
give him
to
a
be
different
fair.
like, I don't know,
I don't remember what
like
Yexum
speech
sounds like.
dialect or something.
Someone's
If you can
gonna go
somehow
old
put
as
like an
shit.
effect over your voice with the mic and everything.
He sounded
Anyway.
One
weird.
old man.
I remember him sounding like
He
drowsy.
did sound weird.
I'm just gonna
call that a drowsy
Pretend to
chaperone.
be shaky again, because I just remember he was shaky.
Okay.
This is getting
Thanks,
cut because I don't want people to see behind the curtain.
Yeah, you've never done
Behind
that
the
before.
veil.
So, someone can knock if they would like to.
Do you
But
want to
Winsler
build a
knocks.
stone?
That's not me.
Oh,
That was
someone
me,
knocks.
sorry.
Okay.
That was Serinepth.
Serinepth knocks, and you hear a very frail voice from within call, "Come in."
Can we not? I don't want this.
I don't want to be the last thing. I don't want this to be like the next time I see a dead body, please.
Haha, we're in
Ouch.
danger.
I'll just smash the door open.
Oh, you
Oh God,
smash
he's
the door
dying.
open.
Mom, holy
Like,
fuck!
like
Wait, no,
open
that's
the door
just
like
his
really
voice.
fast. Like, are you okay?
You see a very small old man, a small old gnome with some freshly cut white hair. Like, it's nice and trim. It's a very nice looking
Just
haircut.
got a haircut.
It looks like it was like within the week, yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
And he is wearing a pair of glasses. He is missing his left eye, if I recall correctly, and his
He's a
left
pirate.
arm. It is a like brass and wood arm. It is beautiful. He's sitting behind a very impressively large desk for such a small person, and looks as if he's in a booster seat, similar to the booster seat in Professor Underbow's office that was offered to Winsler.
He's compensating for something.
Around the room is not big. Straight up, the room is not that big. The walls are upholstered with a red leather.
Oh.
They are riveted in that kind of almost diagonal grid pattern, if you know what I mean, where it's like
Oh.
what old seats would be, have like the metal rivets put
Yeah.
into it. And
Oh.
on the walls, which are upholstered, and then there is some stuffing so that there is some three-dimensionality to the walls. On the walls, there are numerous, probably tens to at least, let me think, at least like 25 different portraits, and each portrait follows the same style. It is it's like, you can recognize it very easily as being Yexem, Mr. Feldman, but he looks much younger and much more fit. And in each one, he is wearing a similar apparel. It's that kind of tan buttoned shirt with like that weird safari hat. You know the
hell
one.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And he is holding a small bow and has one leg up on some sort of beast of some sort. Some sort of beast of some sort. Some sort of beast.
This
and
teacher is terrifying.
next to
I don't like
each
him.
of these portraits is a mounted head from the beast that is depicted in the portrait. This includes things like there is a large troll's head, there is the three heads of a chimera that are mounted, there is a very dark black horse's head, there's just assorted bears and large cats, and nothing of particular note. Looking around, you can see, like, again, they all look like it's from when he was relatively young. There's a few where he's in the portrait where it's him, and then he's holding a small child in his arms, and he always has this large smile. And behind his desk, and taking up most of the real estate in this office, there's a huge portrait, and it is of him in the same pose with his leg up on it, smiling with this bow in his hand, and except he's missing his left arm, and it looks very recent, and there is a large mini-eyed tentacled frog beast on the ground.
Oh.
And so this portrait is hung up very high on the wall. It is very well lit through some sort of magical arcane lighting source, and then stuffed is the head of this large frog beast beneath it, which is immense. Like, it looks like the actual body of the thing would take up like the entire office, and just the head is taking up a significant portion of floor space because it is mounted and just sitting on the floor. And in the beast's mouth is a stuffed arm of a gnome.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
Holy shit!
I'm
So-
terrified,
This guy's
but I
had an
love this
exciting
teacher.
life.
Oh my
It's a horrible back and forth.
Damn.
I had bad vibes from the beginning of him.
From the very beginning of his being.
When we
And
wait,
sitting at the desk is this very pale, white-haired old man wearing white robes with a large set of triangles, the symbols of Estar, on his chest.
I thought
What's
you were
up,
about
Integrity?
to say he had like a nightcap on his head, and I was
No.
gonna be like, what the fuck? Ebenezer Scrooge?
when we first
What's up,
met
Integrity?
Yexem, did he have both eyes?
No,
So okay, so it was only his limb that.
no, he hasn't lost anything.
Okay, it was only his limb that's been lost recently.
And he's currently doing some minor paperwork, and he has he has a super big stack of folders and like some plaques on his desk that are like just stacked there in like the outgoing box.
They're
And
given
he's
to 10
going
out of
to-
10s on Rate Your Prof.
He's going to look up at you and go, "Oh, come on in, everybody. I only have 2 seats, so you can stack up if you want, or you can just stand there."
Can we leave, please?
Well,
We just got here!
well, as you might have realized, seeing as you're here and read the mail addressed to you, I am the newly appointed first-year advisor. That is more than just being a mentor. That is for all the first years and throughout your entire time here at Wildcliff. If you ever encounter a problem, instead of bothering one of the administrators, you would come and talk to me about it, and I would relay this dilemma of yours to the administrators.
Did they create this job just because Underbow hates us?
No, this is a yearly post that's decided after the spring term comes to an end, after the summer examinations. And it's chosen from between the 4 mentors that were selected for that year. And since I was the mentor who did not endanger my students, I was chosen.
You look like the kind of person who would endanger your student.
He looks at you and goes, "Oh, did you say something?"
No, I was too busy enthralled by your stuffed arm.
Oh, beautiful trophies, aren't they? Oh, I love
Sure,
them. And he's
sure.
like squinting at them. He goes, "They remind me of my youth." Anyways, on to the bureaucratic business. And he will push over 4 folders towards you. They're like, or not folders, but 4 papers, and they are the course registration papers with the available courses that you can register for.
Oh, shit.
He will say, you need to have these filled out and handed in by the end of the day tomorrow. You can hand them in to me directly. The secretary has seemed to have gone missing after the fire, so I guess you can't hand them in to him. But if you just come on down here to me, you can hand them in directly. I don't have any. And he kind of licks his lips, and like rubs at the side of his lips, and like gets that like gunk off.
There's
his
so much
lips.
lip involvement. Stop.
And then he grabs a big glass of water from his desk and takes like a big sip and like sniffs a little bit, puts the glass down and continues, goes, if you just bring them for me by the end of tomorrow, just choose the courses. Those are all the ones that you're allowed to take based on your previous courses. For you, Mr. Wallaby, and you, Miss Cinderman, I have these 2 plaques, and he will push towards you 2 of the large plaques. They are wooden plaques with a nice brass finish, and engraved says top 5 of spring 957 first years.
Oh,
Or
dope.
spring 954, I apologize.
I'm gonna mail this to my parents, and they're gonna hang it on their wall.
Oh, they will absolutely hang it on the wall.
I'm
They will
gonna
invite people
hang
over
this
to show it
on
off.
my wall.
This is probably worth as
Enjoy
much as
it
tuition.
here.
Mr.
Mom, sell this so I can be here next year.
And then he will grab a large packet of
Salt.
We're burying ourselves in. No ghost are
A
getting in this
large-
time.
packet of
Ketchup.
papers, and will kind of stand in his chair and lean forwards and hand them towards you, Mira, and go, "And for you, Miss Marchand, since you scored below 65 on the examinations, you will have to be taking remedials in courses that you failed the examination for. They should be from the 19th to the 22nd, if I believe." I think you only have to take 5 or so not too horrible.
Holy shit.
Some students sometimes have to. Some students. One of my own students is having to repeat all of their exams. I won't name names, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. And he kind of wheezes a little bit.
Okay.
And then he sits down. So Mira, looking at this paper in front of you, or like the very front page says, you will need to redo enchantment, divine theory, history, alchemy, and arcane theory.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
That's so many.
And so these will be from Thursday until Sunday.
Okay.
You have Saturday off, thank God, the 21st. Not that you just have a day off.
Oh
Look
boy.
at you. So Thursday enchantment will be from 8 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. Alchemy will be from 2 in the afternoon until 7 p.m. Friday, divine theory will be from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Arcane theory will be from 4 in the afternoon until 10 p.m.
Holy
that
shit.
night. And then Sunday night, the 22nd, you might have some intersecting plans.
Fuck.
History will be from 4 p.m. until
Oh,
10
that's
p.m.
not happening.
Oh.
That's not happening.
And there's a very large statement on the bottom about how it is
Nope,
mandatory
that's
to
not
show up.
happening. That's
Mira
okay.
skips the class.
No, we're gonna have to figure out a way out of that one.
Golem party.
So, Yexem will be sipping water, and you can just see, like, it just running down the sides of his mouth, and he's, like, wiping away with the back of
Why
his
are
hand.
you so goddamn fixated on this old man's mouth, Luke? I'm
It's
uncomfortable.
to draw attention away from the fact that he has a stuffed arm in the mouth of some beast hanging on his wall.
Oh no, that doesn't take
I'm
away from
s- can I
anything. It
his
just makes me more
tacky sense
uncomfortable.
of, like,
Can I
interior
just
design.
say that I'm so sad you guys didn't choose Yexem.
I'm glad
for
we
your
did.
mentor.
No,
I trust him far less than anyone else.
He's after he finishes wiping, you go, I remember just one last thing, students. We're just because there are so many who have failed in this batch. This is unprecedented. The most failures we've had in a first year spring term has been 3 up for the past
We're really setting the bar high, aren't we?
150 years. I think it's been 150 some odd years since that record was set. So, congratulations.
So
I
this technically
suppose.
means we're record breakers.
Fuck yeah.
You
Oh, hell
definitely,
yeah.
you are record breakers.
Is there a plaque for that?
There should be.
There's no plaque for that,
Damn.
but because of this, we are imposing a study buddy rule.
Wait,
I already have a study buddy.
Sir?
So because we had
Yexem,
originally intended the
dude.
groups to help you study, but seeing as my own group was a complete and utter failure, and then other assorted members of other groups also failed, it seems that fell through. We'll be sticking with the groups for the mentorship program, but I think Professor Underbow has all but given up on it for studying attempts. So as such, we'll be pairing you with another student to study.
Buddy.
Mr.
And
Yexem, sir?
do you know who that is
Hey.
yet?
Do you know?
Integrity, you trying to ask something?
Sir,
Do you know who our
Mr.
partners are?
Yexem. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Wouldn't you think that maybe these failures...
Speak up.
Wait, can you actually not hear me?
Keep going.
Can you actually not hear me right now?
No, I can hear you fine.
Does he need one of those, like, things where he just puts it up to his ear to, like, magnify the
It's a
intake
giant
sound?
He's-
horn
He's
from like one of
definitely
the
cupping
things.
his ear.
Okay, I'll move closer.
And leaning towards
I'll
you.
move
He
closer.
has a giant horn.
So, sir,
So stop yelling.
so as an advisor, so you sort of talk to the administrators about this too. And
Yes.
you said that this is a record-breaking thing. Wouldn't you
Yes.
say that this, like, the thing that has happened recently in the Plains of Isithil is also uncommon? Everyone went through a bunch of horrible stuff.
I'll stop you right there.
Going with this.
My students didn't go to the plane of Isithil. They sat around studying and reading in the library,
We need therapy buddies.
and not one of them scored higher than 70.
When is the student union gonna bring in therapy pseudo-dragons?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes?
So, the student assignments. It was 3 hours mandatory weekly studying sessions with your study buddy are as follows. Miss Cinderman, since you performed so well, we are pairing you with Miss Angelica Lindman, who did not do so well.
Oh no.
Mr. Wallaby, you will be paired with Mr. Arior Untar, who also did poorly.
No.
Miss Idleberry, you will be paired with Miss Ira Alero, who did moderately well, the same as you, positioned 9th. And Miss Marchand, you will be paired with Mirundine
I was fucking waiting for it. Fucking do
And
it.
that's where we're going to end this episode.
Hey.
Oh no.
Yup, I was like, all right, get to it.
Mira's punishment begins.
Literally.
I think Kharla, can you do the outro?
Well, Luke, I sure can. Hello, everyone. That is our episode this week. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. We're on iTunes. Leave a comment. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Drive.
Like, comment,
You were
and
doing so
subscribe.
well.
Leave a review. We would really appreciate it. We hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you enjoyed it, share it to your friends, because that's the cool thing to do. We also have Twitter and Instagram at Trials and Trebs, which has a link to our Discord where we talk to you amazing people that we love so much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode, everybody. We'll see you in your ears next week. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye, chocolate fudges.